Hi, I'm Lisa Mitten, and we are going to have some fun today with riding a bike. Have you ever seen a duck ride a bike? Well, that's what we're going to be. Let's become a duck. So first, turn on your mat and hinge forward at the hips and plant your hands down. And then we're going to stretch one leg back behind us and take your other knee and just turn it out on the mat like this and stretch on up like this. We're a duck. Whack, 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 whack. And plant those hands. Let's be a duck on the other side. So lift that leg back, stretch up, and then take your other leg forward, stretching your right leg behind you, and come on back up. Quack, 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 quack. Now, Duck, he lived on a farm, right? And he was out and he thought, it might be kind of fun to ride a bike. And so he went to where the boy kept his bike. And he got the bike out and he climbed on and began to paddle. So sit up tall, come onto your bottom, lift your feet up with those knees bent. You can hold your legs right here and then reach out to grab the handlebars. And he began to paddle. And he wobbled and wiggled at first, but he thought, hey, I kind of like this. And he rode along and he got stronger and faster and he wasn't wobbling as much and he was doing great. Well, he saw up ahead cow. So come over onto all fours, plant your hands down, knees under your hips, and let's be a cow. Drop your belly, lift your head and chest, and moo. And so Duck went and rode past cow. Moo, said cow. But what he really thought was, that is the silliest thing I've ever seen, a duck on a bike. So Duck kept riding along, and pretty soon he came across cat. So arch your back, press into your hands, lower your head down, lift it up. Ow, stretched cat. And he watched Duck ride by. And guess what he was really thinking? He was thinking, well, that's a waste of time. Because cat, you know, he was kind of a little stuck up there. Well, pretty soon, Duck rode past dog. So reach your hands out a little in front, tuck your toes behind you, and lift your hips up into the air and press into the mat, dropping your chest towards the mat. Dog, now we're dog. Woof, 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 woof. So Duck went and rode past dog, and dog liked fun things. He thought, wow, that's a mighty neat, cool trick. Well, Duck kept riding along. So let's come on down and pretend we're Duck again, riding our bike. So let's get onto the bike. So you're on your bottom, lift your feet up, grab the handlebars, and pedal. And he's riding along, having a great time. Now, roll back over your feet, come back, up onto your knees. And as he rode, he saw a horse up there in the field. And he rode up next to horse, so let's be horse. Bring your hands to your lower back and lift your chest up and be proud, horse. Draw your shoulders back and push your hips forward. And horse, as he saw a duck ride by, horse neighed. But what horse was thinking is, Duck, you might be fast, but you're not as fast as me. Neigh. Well, Duck kept going along and surprisingly saw a unique creature. So stick one leg out, take your hand down to the mat on the other side, and lift the other one up over for a horn. Duck saw a unicorn, and the unicorn saw Duck riding the bike and thought, wow, that's pretty fancy, but not quite as fancy as me. You know, unicorns are pretty fancy, huh? So press in and come on up, and let's be a unicorn on the other side. Stick your other leg out. Take your hand down to the mat and reach up and over and stretch. And once again, unicorn, showing off. I'm fancy, I'm pretty cool. And come on up and draw your knee back in. And duck pedaled along and came to lizard. So now we're going to be a lizard. So take one leg out in front like this and stretch. It's kind of a low lunge where your knee is still on the mat. Bring both hands to the inside. And then you can stay here as lizard. Or if you like, you can even go lower and drop your arms down to the mat and really stretch. It makes a deep stretch. If you like, you can even tuck your back toes and lift that knee off the mat. So duck rode past lizard, and lizard stuck out his tongue. And lizard thought, show off. Okay, now drop that knee if you had it up. Press into your palms, take that leg back, stretch the other leg forward. Hands on the inside of that foot. And lean forward and stretch. Stick out your tongue like a lizard. And if you like, come down to the mat onto your forearms and keep that knee hugged into your shoulder and stick out your tongue again. And if you want, you can lift that back knee, stretch into it, and drop it back down. Come on back up. Well, duck kept riding along, and mouse was eating some grain and saw duck right by. And mouse is just little tiny, so curl into a little ball. Bring your knees together, your feet together, and just make a little ball. Squeak, squeak, squeak. And mouse thought, wow, I wish I could ride a bike like that. Mouse thought that looked like so much fun. About this time, a whole bunch of kids came riding in on their bikes together. So come, make your bike, and then be one of those kids riding in. We'll be kids, all of them together, those kids. And we're riding our bikes, and they come ripping in, and they park their bike. They set them off to the side, and one kid jumps off his bike, and he's strong, and he says, I'm here. I'm ready to see the boy. And another kid, so turn now in this way, says, me too. Let's go. Now we got to do it on the other side, right? So let's be another kid, go the other way. Yes, we're here. We're going to have so much fun. Now turn that back foot so the toes are pointed to the front and lift up. Yes, here we go. We're in. And all the kids ran inside. So open back up. And they ran inside to go play with the boy. Well, all the animals, they saw all those bikes just sitting there. And guess what? They thought, that does look like fun. And so they went and hopped on the bikes. So come down, get on your bike. They hopped on their bikes, grab your handlebars, get your feet on the pedals, and they all began to ride. Now my question for you is, do you think Mouse could ride a bike? That's a good question, huh? Well, we're going to read the book, Duck on a Bike by David Shannon. And let's find out in that book if Mouse actually gets to ride a bike. He's so tiny. Can he do it? Give me a moment to set the camera up. So here we go. Duck on a Bike by David Shannon. Look at Duck. He sees that bike and he's thinking, that's looking fun. One day, down on the farm, Duck got a wild idea. I bet I could ride a bike, he thought. He waddled over to where the boy parked his bike, climbed on, and began to ride. At first, he rode very slowly, and he wobbled a lot, but it was fun. Do you like to ride bikes? I think riding a bike's a lot of fun. Duck rode past Cow and waved to her. Hello, Cow, said Duck. Moo, said Cow. But what she thought was, a duck on a bike? That's the silliest thing I have ever seen. Then Duck rode past Sheep. Hello, Sheep, said Duck. "Bah," said Sheep. But what she thought was, he's going to hurt himself if he's not careful. Duck was riding better now. He rode past Dog. "Hello, Dog," said Duck. "Woof," said Dog. But what he thought was, that is a mighty neat trick. Then Duck rode past Cat. "Hello, Cat," said Duck. "Meow," said Cat. But what she thought was, I wouldn't waste my time riding a bike. Duck pedaled a little faster. He rode past Horse. "Hello, Horse," said Duck. "Nay," said Horse. But what he thought was, you're still not as fast as me, Duck. See how Horse has his head up like we did? Duck rang his bell as he rode toward Chicken. "Hello, Chicken," said Duck. "Cluck, cluck," said Chicken. But what she thought was, watch where you're going, Duck. See her squawking there? She's about to bark, bark, bark. Then Duck rode past Goat. "Hello, Goat," said Duck. "Ma," said Goat. But what he thought was, I'd like to eat that bike. Duck stood on the seat and rode past Pig and Pig. "Hello, Pigs," said Duck. See him showing off, standing on the seat? "Oink," said Pig and Pig. But what they thought was, Duck is such a show-off. Then Duck rode no hands past Mouse. "Hello, Mouse," said Duck. "Squeak," said Mouse. But what he thought was, I wish I could ride a bike just like Duck. See little Mouse down there? Thinking Duck's pretty special, riding that bike. Suddenly, a whole bunch of kids came down the road on bikes. They were in such a hurry that they didn't see Duck. They parked their bikes by the house and went inside. See them all? There's a bunch of them, huh? And we were one of those kids, weren't we, riding our bikes? Oh, now look at all the animals. Can you see their eyes? Their eyes are wide. There's Cat. Where was Mouse at? Did you see Mouse? I don't see Mouse. I see Duck down here. But where is Mouse? Is he going to ride a bike? Let's turn the page. Oh, there's Mouse. I see Mouse right there. Is he going to ride a bike? Oh, look at all the animals on the bikes. Now, all the animals had bikes. They rode around and around the barnyard. "This is fun," they all said. "Good idea, Duck." Do you see Mouse? Is he riding his bike? He's riding with Duck. See him right there in the center? He was a little too tiny to ride all by himself, but Duck shared, huh? Then they put the bikes back by the house, and no one knew that on that afternoon there had been a cow, a sheep, a dog, a cat, a horse, a chicken, a goat, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a bike. The end. So they all tried a new adventure, huh? That was fun for them to be able to hop on a bike and do something new. And so, you know, it can be kind of scary sometimes to do something new and different, but it can also be lots of fun, and we can feel really good when we go and try something we've never tried before. So I encourage you to just be brave and try new things. It can be lots of fun, and we can learn new skills and have a great time. Thanks for joining me today for Duck on a Bike, and I'll see you next time. Bye.